Okay, welcome back everyone. My attempt at Plastidip, I mentioned in my last video that I've used Plastidip before and it was okay. I mean, the plain black comes out plain black. That's as simple as that really. A couple of things you should do with these things: keep them in the warm. I'm going to put them in the sun over there while I'm not using them. The black's the main one. You do the black, that's the base coat, and then the chameleon is the top coat. That you would use the chameleon instead of the glossifier. However, I've seen good results with the chameleon and then the glossifier, so that's the route I'm going to be going. The bike needs to be thoroughly clean, so I'm using brake cleaner like it's never ending, and I'm going to wipe it down and brake clean it one last time to get rid of any waxes, any polishes, anything like that left. And then I'm actually going to keep all the panels on the bike, maybe not the front mudguard. The others I'm going to do on the bike, I'm going to tape up a little bit. And then it's a few coats of the black Plastidip, and then that will just stay black and dry black, and then you chameleon over the top, and that's what gives it its colour shift. So I'll show you all the stages. I'm going to kind of mask up the bike a little bit now with newspaper and masking tape. I'm going to put the cans in the sun so they're warming up, and we will look at then going over the whole thing in one kind of hit. I'll take the front mudguard off as well. So let's see how this all kind of pans out. So check out my absolutely minimalistic taping up. Remember, it's peelable paint. Yes, it can be a bit annoying having to clean it off, but actually I haven't prepped any of the other parts, so it won't stick to them well anyway. If it goes well, I'm going to do these as well, so that's fine. I might even do them here. I might just overload it with this stuff. Otherwise, I'm just protecting any areas where it would be a bit annoying cleaning it off. I need to make sure that I'm a bit careful with my spraying, I guess. Should I take this off, this Pro Grip? I think no. I'll peel over it for now, and I might then Stanley around it and peel it off. I'm not sure yet. I will definitely... what am I going to do with that? I'm going to tape it off. I'm going to take it out and tape it off. We've got the front mudguard up here. It's a tough one with this front mudguard because it's such a pain to get it on. It could easily kind of peel and mess up again when putting it on, but you know what, let's get to that stage when we do. So for now, the cans are in the sun. You can see them over there warming up. That's good. They need to be warm-ish to spray well. It's a little bit windy here, which is annoying, but it will be, once I tape this up, it will be a kind of not too thick, not too thin base coat of the black, and then I'll want one continual base coat, so maybe three coats with the black, and then 10-15 minutes after, I'd be looking at putting on the chameleon paint and seeing if it comes out as well as it does online. Now listen, I'm rubbish at painting, you know, I'm the first person to admit that. It just needs to look a bit better than it does now. If it's got a bit more impact, then I'm fine with it. Got no issues there at all. So let me tape up the fuel cap, and I've cleaned it with brake cleaner, so all of the contaminants should be off. I've cleaned it 2 or 3 times, and then we should look at kind of layering up the paint, and I'll show you as we go along. There's no huge fear here, guys. If it goes wrong, it's peelable paint. I know if you don't put enough layers on, it's hard to peel. I have had that problem before, but just layer it up. I've got, you know, chameleon, black and glossifier. That should make one thickish plastic, and then when it comes to it, peeling it off, it should be absolutely fine. So let me do the cap, and I'll put on my first kind of rough base coat of black. Okay guys, so this is about the best position I can get you at. Plastidip's over there in the sun. I'll keep putting it back there when I'm not using it. Shake it up for a good minute, guys. It needs to be shaken. It's quite weird stuff, and then it's going to look terrible the first couple of coats, but it's about kind of layering it up. So that's what we're going to be looking at. To get this stuff to stick is quite awkward. What if I told you about thinking? I mean,
tried it with the handlebar grips and got somewhere. I was thinking, you know, with the full bike license, I know what bike I want to get.
You've got A2, haven't you?
A2 only, but full license is another 3
It's
more
so
years.
annoying because the A2, you used to do the A2 if you were under 21, and then it automatically went to a full license. But it's not like that anymore, is it?
It's more tests and all sorts.
You have to do it all again, don't you?
Everything. It's not really tests, it's just more like
This stuff sprays like crap. I remember it spraying like this last time.
So what colour exactly are you planning to go with?
It should be, so it'll be matte black when it finally layers. It'll be matte black to start with. And then the chameleon on top should give it that greeny bluey. That's the...
So you want to turn it green and like turquoise-ish?
No, it's flip paint. It will flip. It will change colour in the sun. You might see what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Or-
let's see if there's method to this madness.
Or you might see a fail video. There's a lot of Plastidip fail videos.
But yeah, I want to get a Hayabusa.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, I want to get a Hayabusa. Not a new model, I want to get an old model.
What would you achieve? I don't get it.
So you ever seen the film Biker Boys?
You live in central London.
Well, we live in the part where there's only a low amount of speed cameras.
Yeah, but you would never use the power.
I mean, depends really. Like,
You would never use the power.
yeah, you never know.
You're not using the power of that 400.
No, on not Canadian road. Alright, on a certain road I don't want to disclose.
No, you-
You can go around like 60, 70.
Listen, you don't need a Hayabusa in central London.
Are you gonna change the tank pad as well, or just gonna leave it painted?
Well, you can peel it off, can't you?
But then you have to realign it and everything. And
No, you can peel just the Plastidip off.
Oh, okay.
Just run a Stanley around it. I mean, again, that's the theory.
Right.
Hey, man. Do you know what? I can't forget the front mudguards. You don't want to run out of black.
Okay. So he wants to use this color here. I mean, each to the own, I guess, but why? Come on, man. You got like. Do you think the resale value will go higher or something? If it's green?
No, listen. This bandit has no resale value, that's the point.
I mean, I bought it at one point, didn't I? I was about to get the Honda race, instead I just chose that one instead.
Yeah, and then you ruined it, you crashed it, and you caused, you know,
It
mate, you caused £600 worth of damage.
wasn't
So
600,
now,
give or
I'm
take.
using the bike that you've ruined to show people how to kind of just barely get things done.
Well, I wouldn't really call it a salvage operation, like
Oh, it absolutely was. The forks event,
What about?
this won't make its next MOT. It needs fork seals, it needs a rear shock, it needs a rear tyre where it hit the floor. So we might as well use it to help people. People who are interested in Plastidip. Let's show them that you can cake it on like this with no skill at all
I mean, there is some skill.
and get some sort of outcome, whether it's okay, terrible. At best, they can go out and they can buy their own and they can create some sort of project. At worst, I lose about 80 quid and save people lots of money.
think it looks better now than I'm not even going to figure out the name of that because it's like got 3 colours in one.
Oh, you just don't like the blue green?
It's too Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift.
What, so you just prefer the matte black?
The matte black, it works. It might hurt, but it works.
Do you know what? It looks alright, matte black.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. We're not doing that though.
But I guess it's a case of trial and error and seeing like what works and what not works.
Well, that stuff is like it's quite mesmerising when you watch it go on, because it just adds that top, that greeny blue.
Because it's like a matte.
It's more about letting people see it.
I said you can pick up after 5, and I said I'm free all day, I've got nothing to do. I can pick up after 5, before 5, right
Yeah.
now if you want me to.
But you would have been working, innit? It's in the UK now. It just has to get to me through Royal Mail tomorrow or the next day. Why? You're way too small for that bike.
Oh no, I'm not touching that. No. Oh yeah, do you see Nate's Ninja
Yeah.
GPZ and anything like that? Is that running?
Have you subscribed to him?
Yeah, I subscribed and everything.
Yeah. No, it runs great. That bike runs very well. That's the one we set on fire. Have you watched all the videos? Watch the videos from the beginning. We set
I
it on
remember
fire.
there was one on fire. I can't remember there was something like
It was that. It was his. It was twice we set it on fire. Like not on purpose, obviously.
Oh, obviously, yeah, obviously. We don't want to get an arson charge or anything like that.
No one else put the glossifier over the metallizer. It came out so good. Okay everyone, just to catch you up, don't worry about that old man in the background. It's gone on very smooth. It's gone on very well. I think warming the can up works. It says you should allow 4 hours in between coats. I think that's ridiculous. I waited 5 minutes between coats. And you won't really see any imperfections. And honestly, I didn't spray any particular spray pattern. Obviously, I tried to follow the lines. Obviously, I tried to not build up on any certain area. But at the moment, if this was just staying like this, and I was to put some nice stickers on, it would have done the job. That's fine. Yeah, it would have done the job. The actual part that Sultan's interested in is the putting on the metallizer, so the chameleon. Now online they spray it on kind of in the same way, kind of thin, and then they thicken it up, and you kind of see it instantly in front of your eyes. You see the change. So you know, that is what we're going to try and achieve. I'm out of black now. I sprayed the whole can, and that is probably the absolute minimum, because remember, at some point you may have to peel this stuff off. And just so you're clear, the last thing I did with the can, any edging at all, I did a real thick layer, any edging up here, down there, because that's the part that will peel off first, and once that peels off, then the rest follows. So all of the edging you spray on nice and thick as your kind of last coat, and that should keep it nice and steady. So I mean, this already kind of looks like it's touch dry. So I'm going to give it 5 to 10 more minutes. It's a nice day. I'm going to let the Plastidip over there keep warming up, and then I'm going to hit it with the metallizer just to see what happens. And then obviously it will be left overnight to cure. I don't know how long the actual cure time is. It might be 48 hours. I'm not even using this tomorrow, so it will get close to that. And then we'll see it again. Although I have got the metallizer as well, so I'm probably going to do the works I'm going to do the, as in the glossifier, sorry. So the metallizer is the chameleon, isn't it? And then the glossifier. Me and Sultan were just saying that if you were just to do the matte black, then actually this has done a great job straight away. If you just wanted a smooth matte black finish, this has worked really well. And I think I'm going to order another can. I think I might do the same kind of to certain pieces, the grill, to kind of bring it all into check. So let's see how that goes. 5 to 10 more minutes, and then I'm going to just try the chameleon just to see what happens. You might as well. Okay, so it's been like 10 or 15 minutes. So we're going to hit it with the chameleon. I don't know what this is. Is it a top coat? I think it's a top coat. Sultan already showed you, but this is it. For some reason I bought 2 of these instead of 2 blacks, but I don't know. I guess you don't know how thick you need it. I don't know what to expect with this one. I really don't. I'm going to just spray it on and we'll see. I think you should kind of see the effect immediately, or like after a couple of coats or something. I don't know. Don't judge it yet. You can't judge it yet. That's a fairly thin. I like it.
Alright, you should learn, I guess.
That's a fairly thin cover. That is. It's kind of another tack coat almost. Kind of another tack coat almost. And then we'll look at, I mean, it's gone so green already, hasn't it? It has, hasn't it?
I don't have words for that. I literally have no.
I like it, even like that one coat. It's like, it's rustic. It's rustic.
Oh god, man, that's like a rat bike. Like a, not even a rat bike. That's like a
Hang on,
neon
man. That's
90s
one
rat bike.
coat. That's one coat. And also, you remember you have to get it in the sun and you see the green and blue, don't you?
Yeah.
Right, give it a minute. Give it a minute.
I'll give it more than a minute.
It's hard to spray though, hang on. It's hard to get it, like, correct. Give me time, man.
Alright, okay.
I've got plenty of this stuff, so I can really layer it.
Okay, I can see where you're going with, because there it looks slightly better.
Oh yeah, it definitely needs layering.
But there it looks more, looks acceptable.
Yeah, but remember, it will all even out, I think. It's not like popping as much as I thought, eh? I thought it'd like pop a bit more.
I'll take your word on it, give it a bit of time. Yeah.
On what? Oh look, it's what? Guys, next coat. Sultan's not impressed so far, but it's hard to spray because it's kind of hard to see what's going on. So I'm going to keep going and see if we can get a bit more consistency, basically. Again, no, that could be the light.
What do you think?
I don't know. I kind of don't like it right now. I I don't like it right now.
You can hear the regret in his voice.
And I feel like the more I spray on, the worse it is.
Oh,
Saying that, Sultan. Alright, so I mean you can see there that it has that green, but Sultan's right, at the moment it is just a kind of weird green. I guess you can see the slight shift up there now on the tank. You can actually, Sultan, if you look, yeah, if you move around the bike like this, Sultan, so look, you see up there is blue.
It's blue.
So you see, and if you move around the bike, it follows with you. There's definitely a colour shift there.
Okay, I see the colour shift, but it's a case of...
It's a case of it's not very smooth.
It's a case of the bike's not right for it. It's my... Like, if it was the GS500, I can understand why, because like... That's
Well, I'll do that next. I'll do every bike I've got in this colour.
In this colour, no, you're not touching the ZL600 in that colour. I shit you not. What?
Hey, no swearing on YouTube.
That 1.2k, 1.3k.
I was thinking about doing that one.
No, not in this colour. I'll pay 1.5k. That touches that colour. No cash in sight.
Should I do? I'm going to do one more thick layer on here, and then. And do a half decent job. That's all I'm really showing you. That's got to be the name of the video.
It's definitely a pass. I can say that's on the pass.
You watch in the right light.
What other options were there, by the way?
You could have got a silver, I think it's silver purple. Could have got a silver purple, so it would have been
Where
metal.
did you even come up with these like combinations of
I didn't
silver?
create Plastidip. I didn't create it, mate.
So all the options, this was the best one.
I think it's a silver. No, but I like blue and green. They're my favourite colours. I quite like it. If you weren't here now, I'd be saying to the camera, I like this. Yeah, but look, because I haven't peeled that off yet. I mean, I see what you're saying, but like at the moment, the cap isn't on and that bit's not there.
Oh, that's not the problem. It's just the colour.
I'm going to glossify this thing in a minute. Get the glossifier on. Tomorrow I'll pull this out and it will look like it's been professionally painted.
Alright, we'll see.
Alright, don't touch it, we'll get a fingerprint.
Okay, there's literally like drops.
Actually, have I done, how many coats on this have I done? The mod guard's come out the best, I reckon. Look.
Alright, yeah, okay, I can see that part, yeah.
But you got to bloody squeeze this thing and it all chips off just to get it back in there. I should keep some of this actually to recoat it.
Chucks and everything. In case you never know, you drop it and...
Yeah, I better get some more black though. Right, I'm just trying to get one more thick kind of on the edges, guys. Remember, the main actual paint job is the black. This is a top coat, this is a protective layer, and it happens to have the pigment in that makes it colour shift. That's it, man. No more. I'm not messing with this anymore. I'm going to give it 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm gonna glossify it. Actually, I'm gonna read the read the label, see if it says to wait.
I think we should have done that from the beginning.
No, I have read all the labels. Honestly, it really doesn't give you enough info. Like, it doesn't say, like, wait 10 minutes between coats. This says additional coats increase metallic appearance. I read that a bit late, because I could have just done maybe 1 or 2. Maybe it didn't need to be this metallic. And then allow 8 hours to dry. So should I wait the 8 hours before glossifying? I don't know. Alright guys, so I'm going to switch off. We're going to give it 10-15 minutes, and I'm going to consider chucking on the glossifier. So Sultan's gone to the shop. I'm going to use this opportunity to say, don't listen to him. Yeah, it does kind of come across as patchy, and I've done like 3 or 4 thick coats there. But I think it's the colour shift that makes it look patchy. So you can see that bit looks blue there. And then you think, hang on a minute, it looks patchy there, and you go close, but actually it's not. It is exactly how it's meant to look. So don't let that put you off. Also, you know, you've got silly tape down here. That needs to be cut away and peeled off at some point. I don't know how many days you have to wait. The cap needs putting back on, and then the seat needs putting back on to really get kind of the full effect. The only thing I'm debating now is whether to throw glossifier on this now or not. I think I should. I think I'm going to wait 10 to 15 minutes and then get the glossifier on it. On one of the videos I watched, some young guys did a pedal bike. It looked so much better with the glossifier on. It just looked more professional. And I think that's what we should be going for, especially as we have the product here anyway. And again, the more layers you put on, the easier it is to peel off if you decide a week down the line that you hate it. And I know people, for some weird reason, love watching peeling Plastidip. But I'm not disappointed, actually, at this stage. I'm not disappointed. I quite liked the black. The black sat on really nicely. But it's okay. I mean, you've got a kind of... There was a bit of splutter there. That was annoying. That was absolutely annoying. But there's nothing you can do about that. Just hope the kind of glossifier and everything sorts that out. Otherwise, it's sprayed fairly evenly. It's a weird product because it's a top coat. You know, it's not. You're not meant to be going for full, thick, wet coat coverage, I don't think. And the more you put on, the more metallic it gets. And I think 3 or 4 coats here is absolutely plenty for me. So yeah, so let's see. I'm going to give it 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then I think I'm going to go on with the glossifier. And we'll see the outcome tomorrow. I'll chuck it in the garage and we'll look at the outcome tomorrow. If I get okay with Plastidip, I might use it a bit more. I might even do this ZL. Not necessarily this flip paint. That was proper high hopes. But maybe just a satin black. Problem with Plastidip is it is not petrol proof. So when you're using the tank, if you spill any on this area, it will start ruining and peeling off. So you have to be really careful with the nozzle. Saying that, you can kind of touch up areas and repaint them if you've got spare, which you probably will have. So there's no huge issue there either. But for now, it is kind of doing the basic job it's meant to do. It is kind of flipping between blue and green. You can see the back there looks blue now, and it then looks green there, and blue and green. So I'm fairly impressed. But I think this kind of is the finish. I think that is what you get now. It's okay. It's not very glossy. I'm going to go on with the glossifier. Might as well. It's quite cool. It's quite cool. I kind of quite like it. And I think once you peel away all the tape and other stuff, that you'll get a different. And then things need blacking off again, like this. This needs black again. White don't work anymore, and that. So it needs to be kind of green and black now, doesn't it? But let's see what the difference is between this, get a good look, and then the glossifier. I'll keep you... No spluttering, no silliness. I think you just go on thick. It's not even anywhere near you.
No,
I'll give that a few minutes. Right, switch you off, give that a few minutes, come back. I think, you know, there's already a touch of shininess. Probably shouldn't talk about it on camera. Sorry guys, we were just working on Sultan's bike. Sultan, you know, being the king of crashing, the bike wasn't running too great at low idle speeds, and I said to him, it sounds like kind of it's starving itself of air. And we took it apart to this stage, and there was a pool of oil in the airbox, and I mean a pool of oil, maybe an inch high, inch. Yeah. And the air filter itself was caked in oil. What's happened is when he's dropped it, the oil's come up the cylinders, come back through the carbs, and come back into the airbox. It's quite common. It's not something you'd think would happen, but it does happen. It also happens when you overfill your oil, but we just topped up his oil because of it's on the full, because obviously some of the oil's come back up the cylinder and gone the wrong way and left it on low. So yeah, so we're just looking at this. We've put a brand new air filter in, and it should run a bit better. We're just drying the air filter over there because we gave it a bit of a clean with brake cleaner. So, what's this pouch for, Sultan? What's in there? Is this yours?
no, anything for me.
Oh.
So that's my compartment there.
For what though?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, I'm just holding wallet, isn't it?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we'll just throw the new air filter back in, we'll throw the airbox back on, blah blah blah, and it should run a bit better. I mean, the bike is not going to run well when there's a, you know, maybe an inch worth of oil in the air box system, and especially when it's on the air filter, because it will stop the filtering. And in regards to this, that's the second coat. It's been a good 15 minutes. I'm going to put a nice thick third coat on now, give it 5 to 10 minutes, one more kind of fourth big thick coat on, and then that's it. It's going back into the garage. We'll pull it out tomorrow and laugh or cry, I guess.
I mean, I'll be laughing while
It would have to be a wax that can go on top of Plastidip. Plastidip's quite temperamental, isn't it? Listen, it looks alright on camera. Nah, that bucket hydro dipping stuff. Water transfer you're talking about, yeah? Yeah, hydro dipping.
dip it into water, we'll put the film on, then dip into water.
Nah,
And
for starters, you won't have a tank big enough to do this tank.
there is one idea, because I was looking into it yesterday.
You'd have to...
Inflatable swimming pool.
No. Come on.
Yes.
You'd have to drain the tank completely. Honestly, that dipping transfer, and then you'd still have to 2K over the top professionally.
I mean,
it wouldn't be petrol proof.
Is that petrol proof?
No, it's not. It's not. They have just made a product that might be. Maybe. I don't know. Look, it has to dry first, and I have to kind of, I don't know, neaten it up or something. I have to look at that.
I think you need to add more payment to it or something.
You watch tomorrow. Do you know what? I'm going to come back. We're going to come back tomorrow, right? It's going to be thick and glossy, and it's going to look professional.
Oh, okay.
Watch
You
this.
heard it from him now,
It's
yeah?
because of the sun has gone.
Okay.
Yeah, and all this crap. You watch.
Okay.
I mean, on camera it looks stunning.
Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect way to, like, if you're going to sell it on Gumtree, this is probably the best way, and then I just...
And then only let them few at night.
Yeah, wheeler-dealer.
Okay guys, so Sultan's just piecing back together the little Bandit. It sounds much better actually, now that the air filter's not caked in oil. I've just put a real thick layer on here. I really caked it on this time. So I'm going to push it in now to the garage, make sure it doesn't touch anything left or right, let it set overnight, and I'll get back here tomorrow after work, pull it out. Hopefully there's some sun and we'll see what's gone on there. I might try and get some sort of armour, some sort of dip. You can buy a dip armour. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if it's petrol resistant. I don't think it is. But it'd be a shame to do all this work and it be kind of okay for then, you know, a little tiny drop of fuel or carb cleaner to ruin it. You can see the colour shift there. See all the blue now as you move around. Remember, it looks crap because you've got all this and the petrol thing's not in the tap, front mudguard's not on, and of course it isn't dried or cured. So let's see how this really looks tomorrow, but for today that's it. That is my Plastidip attempt, and I think it's come out alright. Did I expect more from this colour? Absolutely. But I think it's come out alright for a home can job, Sultan. From cans, with not a perfect start, you know, the panels weren't perfect to start with. It's
Oh, it looks much better on camera, much better.
Yeah. You watch, that's gonna dry overnight.
Yeah.
Thick layer of gloss. It's gonna look professional.
Yeah.
Alright guys, as always, thanks for watching. The white bits now will go back to black. It just doesn't work, obviously. I'm not going to use any more of that colour shift, I don't think, on any other bikes, unless a miracle happens and this cures so smooth overnight. I highly doubt it. Front mudguards come out alright, but you have to really bend and shape this thing to get it into space. Basically, it's not going to look that good when it goes back on. It's going to scrape itself off. So annoying, but it's okay. It's okay. I think I'm going to use Plastidip more. I think it sprayed well. The matte black sprayed very well. Things like the forks, Sultan, look, the forks. You can get a nice thick matte black on the forks if they're cleaned properly. I think I'm going to use the product a bit more, but maybe not the colour shift chameleon.
I think when we see it tomorrow, then I can give it a...
I'm going to come after work tomorrow, pop it out. I'm going to do some of the matte black spraying, try and get the mudguard on safely without wrecking it, but I know it wrecks because I did it last time. And yeah, I mean, it's just an old Bandit for now. Yep. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. 2 videos today, both didn't go as well as I wanted. I did one earlier, you probably haven't seen it yet, with the dent removal kit. Yeah, it worked on the car. It just didn't work on the...
There's a cheaper method.
What's cheap? What, on the bike though?
Bike, car...
What?
Toilet sometimes.
Toilets don't get dented, Sultan.
So which way what are you doing?
They're porcelain.
Some do get dented.
Oh, whatever, go on.
Prison ones at least.
Oh, metal prison ones. Come on, what's your...
Hot glue.
That's what I used, you numpty. I did it this morning, literally.
Well,
Have you not seen the video?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, you said the 20 quid dent removal.
You're the only person I got pushing it.
Oh, you saw it, but you haven't... Right.
Yeah, when you're watching the video, underneath the subscribe button,
Yeah.
there's a bell. Press that, and you'll see all of Charlie's videos as soon as they come.
Is there a bell? I don't see that.
Yeah, there is a bell. It depends. If you're doing it on, I think it's on a...
Maybe I don't see it on my own one.
Yeah, I think maybe that, but that's on all YouTube. Just click the bell. Lord knows, we need entertainment.
Also, I'm on Instagram, guys. I mean, I don't know how to use Instagram. It's a bit boring, but I'm on Instagram. You can hook me up. And we've got our own Facebook page, actually, called Motorcycle Rescuer and Jake Core Parts eBay, something like that. So, yeah, hook us up. We can have a nice chat. And if anyone wants to buy a flip paint Bandit in perfect condition...
And an okay Bandit, like mine's not for sale.
He is actually selling his 400s. but you
I
shouldn't.
mean, it runs, it works, it hasn't been crashed.
You should keep it. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's see where we go tomorrow. I'll pull this out and we'll get a nice shot of it.